It's coming, especially our members of the public. Thank you for joining us. It's just a 1 hour meeting, obviously, because we need to make sure we give way for the planning meeting. So we'll try and keep things moving along reasonably briskly, if we may. So first of all, apologies for absence. So we have had apologies for absence from
Councillor Glenn, Councillor Clark, Councillor S. Oakes and Councillor N. Oakes.
And I would assume we're happy to accept those. So now then, if we could have anyone who needs to make the usual declarations of interest for disposal of pecuniary interests or any other interests.
Yeah. David, I think I had better declare A, that I was a member of the Blackthorn Neighbourhood Plan Working Party, B, that I took part in the exercise for the monitoring report for the first year, which is actually ongoing, of the Blackthorn Neighbourhood Plan, and C, I've now been co-opted as a Blackthorn Parish Councillor.
And I declare I'm a resident of St Christopher's Drive.
Okay.
And congratulations on being adopted to Blackthorn Council.
Okay. Anything else for anyone else? So we've got an opportunity for any interested parties or members of the public to make a short presentation if they so wish. Yes, I'm expecting the Dean to do so.
Can I sit down and do it?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah.
Some notes that I put together. Basically, myself and William are here on behalf of the residents of Ashton Road, Mason Close, Old School Avenue, and the Ashton Estate, and the roads that come off the Ashton Estate. First of all, what I want to say is that, unfortunately, the development of Oundle's neighbourhood plan seems to have been rather overtaken by ENC's own draft plan, which suggests only 3 large sites. At the town meeting in November, residents overwhelmingly voted against this plan. This is the ENC plan. But we're not voting for the proposed and ongoing neighbourhood plan, as this was still at regulation 14 stage, as my understanding is, where residents' comments had been taken. Since then, there does not seem to have been any formal response from Oundle Town Council, but we assume as residents that the process prior to a referendum is still progressing. On behalf of the residents adjacent to the proposed St Christopher's site, we would like to draw councillors' attention to the 2 documents which we submitted to ENC. The first dated the 10th of December, but particularly the second one dated the 15th of January. These documents, whilst opposing the building of 100 houses, have equal relevance to building 1 house or 45 houses, because of one major issue which ENC have highlighted. And we would like, therefore, the response of last year to the neighbourhood plan. We believe that you have received copies of our 2 submissions to the ENCC. And they're saying the 2 areas of particular importance have come to light as a result of their site assessment. The first is poor accessibility and the fact that, unlike other sites, there is only one narrow entrance via Ashton Road, East Road. ENC are admitting that because there will be more than 150 houses, and actually there are estates in their report, and there are currently already 152 houses using that exit. They are suggesting that because there will be more than 150 houses, it may be necessary to widen Ashton Road, because it is less than 5.5 metres wide. This would apply certainly to the 45 houses, and in actual fact, the regulations are already being infringed. They are also suggesting making a road down the Bridleway, which is U6. Both these suggestions would involve major expense and disturbance with the need to cut down trees, etc. Also, with 45 houses and the possibility of more, there is the fire and safety regulations, which says there should be no more than 200 houses with only a single entrance. In their report, they suggest the possibility of a second entrance. But there is no possibility of a second entrance, because the only one that was possible was the one at Sutton Road, which could have originally been via Herne Road, but that's now been blocked off by house building. So as far as we can see, there is no other entrance than the Ashton East Road entrance. And we believe that this is the only site in the neighbourhood plan that doesn't have a second entrance away from the town centre, because all the traffic will have to go via East Road and into the town centre, or at the Waitrose exit, which is already very much oversubscribed with traffic. The other problem is sewage, and this has come to our attention that with the building of Old School Avenue, the original Anglian water plan was to take the sewage down to the pumping station at the part way down the bridleway near to the proposed site. As the planning was progressed, this was changed, and the actual sewage has now been taken from those houses to East Road, which suggests that Anglian Water are aware that there is a major problem with the pumping station, that it cannot cope. And we know of people's houses on the estate that have actually had sewage coming into their house, a result of that pumping station not being able to function properly. So we don't understand how on earth they're going to get over this problem. Other issues are things like a flood risk. There is a 1 in 30-year chance of this piece of land flooding, and all the problems that might have for people in terms of the actual building itself, which may require piling. The need for an attenuation pond that will need costly maintenance, and the fact that people living there may not be able to actually get house insurance, because it will be high cost because of the flood risk. There's also the problems, as we all know, of the noise and air pollution, and interestingly on the TV tonight there was talking about air pollution in children. So there's a problem with it being so near to the A605. So we would suggest that this piece of land, in comparison to the other sites, and if you look at the documentation for all the other sites, none of them have some of the problems of this site. So it would be better, we would suggest, to keep this piece of land for future Prince William use, because once it's gone, they will have no other access to further playing fields, which might be necessary as the school grows with the increase in house building in the area. I think that's basically all I want to say. I don't know whether William wants to add to that.
I think not much to add, except all of those points that Nadine brought out, we put the facts and figures behind them in those documents.
Okay.
And to be honest, even if you look at the site selection criteria that have been applied, whether it's in the Corby developments or whatever, several of those very clearly would count as significant constraints, and they're not, as far as we can see, things which apply on the other sites in the neighbourhood plan. So in terms of our ranking, this to us very clearly looks like the weakest site in the plan, and we don't think, from the point of view of existing residents or future residents, that it's a good candidate for development. It would be much better to have it for something like Prince William, because as soon as you build on there, that opportunity is gone.
Okay, thank you. Has anyone else got anything they want to say? No. Okay. So next item then is...
Sorry, I could add, if you like, Mr. Mayor, not Mr. Chairman. Firstly, whilst you've given report you have tonight, you have the opportunity to give that same report, should you wish, to the ENC Policy Planning Committee on the 18th at Clapton, where from the gallery you can address the members of the planning committee involved in that with your points. That's the first thing. After that, there will be a public inspection, we assume, which anyone can attend and put their points to an inspector appointed by the Secretary of State. That will occur later on. So there are two areas still to go as far as getting your points across, which are similar points to that which we as district councillors have put across in our consultation document, which Peter has a copy of, and presumably that which you will as well. I don't think you probably want to spend more time on individual points, but we came up with 45 houses only on that site when we started this neighbourhood plan effort, because we felt that was all that the site could actually take, bearing in mind some of the restrictions you've been talking about. And the hundreds, I understand it, which came through well after we, in the district, got involved, I think that involved having a road through to 605, which is Cuckoo never would occur.
Okay.
Can I just ask a
No,
question?
I'm sorry. We're short of time, and we're not going to be able to address any of those specific points tonight. You're going to get an update at next point, but one on the agenda as terms of where our neighbourhood plan is. And please be assured we have received all of what you've sent us, and it will all be considered as part of the process.
Thank you.
Okay. Next item then is consideration of requests from interested parties, which I have no, and in which case we're on then to an update on the neighbourhood plan, which I'm hoping Peter's going to do.
Okay, the neighbourhood plan, we know now, and I think we've all been sent the SA report, so it is actually going somewhere. We will actually get it finished, and hopefully by the 19th of February, when the next council meets, we'll have a full draft neighbourhood plan to be able to put forward. All the concerns that this lady and gentleman have fought for, and all the concerns of everything else that everybody's said. I had an email and a long conversation with Nick Griffiths today. That's all being put in the planning part of the neighbourhood plan with a special index for the Arundel Council to go through every one of these points to agree or disagree, so we can actually adapt the neighbourhood plan on those terms when it comes up. So that will be the 19th. That's, to be honest, that's as much as we've got done so far, because until the planning part is done, we can't actually put everything together.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, anything else anyone wants to ask or add on the neighbourhood plan working party work? No. Okay. Next item then is to discuss the ENC site assessment work for Arundel and consider the formal response from OTC to the consultation. So, I think just in terms of the background, again, for the members of the public as well, you are aware, I assume, that the planning, the site allocation consultation for the local plan has been extended further for Arundel because of the late publication of the documents. So this is now for us to consider as Arundel Town Council how we want to respond to those documents.
Do you want me to carry on?
I don't know if anyone's got. I know there's been a few drafts floating around. I don't know whether.
Obviously, Tony put a couple of drafts together. I know David has, and when they're combined together, they look really, really effective. Nick Griffiths, is, our planners, have actually sent direct to ENC his comments on the second part of the local plan, which wasn't published in time for the normal public consultation, and one or two other planners that I know, and one or two people that I know have also sent very technical information in regard to the second part of the local plan. I mean, basically, if you've read the second part of the local plan, and everybody will tell you this, it's not something that I can bang on too much, because I will. It is extremely biased and extremely one-sided. We have tried where we can, with all our responses, with the meetings we had and the meeting we have on the 25th as well, to make sure that ENC realise that we consider that it's not correct for Oundle and that we need to make adjustments to it to make sure that Oundle has a decent plan put into place with the local plan, because we're not going to lose the local plan. We can't get rid of the local plan. It would be better to include it in with the local plan rather than to continually fight against it, which at the moment that's the stage we're at. Phil has also said now that there's the planning meeting on the 18th of February. It would be good if some councillors could come on that night to raise the points, because I think face-to-face meetings on that sort of scale are important to see the upset and the arguments in the faces of people rather than putting it sometimes in paper, because it can be read and dismissed. If you're there, you're in person, it can't be so easily dismissed. So I hope you'll come to the meeting on the 18th, or as many as you can, on the 18th of February.
Okay.
We have a meeting on the 19th, by the way, to raise all the points as well.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of actually providing the response, though, we are going to, we're going to have a problem, aren't we? Because we haven't got a full council meeting to approve the response between now and when it needs to be within the 18th.
That unfortunately was the meeting that we were going to have the other day and then bring it here tonight. And because of circumstances, and nobody's to blame, we just couldn't all get together.
Yeah.
Whether we can put something together and circulate it for everybody and to see if everybody's happy with that response, I've no idea. I mean, you'd have to
I don't know whether we
ask Emma to see
Yeah.
if we could do that.
I don't know whether we need a sort of a very brief, extraordinary meeting on the 16th to
That's Sunday.
the Monday.
Yeah.
Is it Monday's the 17th? Is it?
Monday's the
Or maybe the Friday before?
No, it's Saturday, Sunday's the 17th.
Okay, so the Friday then. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we need to have the council to approve any response that we give, don't we? So, I think we've got to have get enough of a quorum together at some point at the 11th hour to just say yes, we're happy with this.
It depends on when you can sit down and put something together, because if an extraordinary meeting was called, you could have the agenda go out tomorrow so that you could have a meeting on Monday night. Or
Well, I'm just thinking we probably need. When are we? We're talking rest of this week, aren't we? So 3 or 4 days. It depends whether you count weekends. But I mean, I mean, you guys have been doing a lot of the work, but I do think that other councillors will need to be able to have a chance to read it and need to be happy that they're saying what we're saying is agreed with by everyone. So
we've got part of the council together next Tuesday, haven't we?
Actually, did run something before, a little bit,
Yeah, so
like half an hour before, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's the 12th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
next
right,
Tuesday.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So there's part of us together on the 12th. If we could have
Is that-
for
I mean-
half an hour before.
is that just enough time, do we think, to be able to get it
Yes.
round? But not just for you to write it, but to get it round the council, give the council a chance to read it, so that they can.
If we can get it done on the 12th and sent round on the 13th.
No, what we're thinking of is we need to get something around by, say, Friday this week,
Right,
and then for Tuesday next week
to adopt
to
it.
get approval.
Okay,
So
yeah.
weekend for feedback.
Yeah.
So we could have a half hour meeting.
Yeah.
It does allow people who can't at the meetings to have a chance to have a discussion,
Yeah.
and not vote, but actually a discussion.
Yeah.
I think that would be very important.
Okay.
Have a bit of mental meeting, yeah.
So if we can get the Friday then,
This Friday.
and then come back on the Monday.
Yeah, well, we get the feedback on Monday, we'll redraft it
On
and then
Tuesday.
circulate it
Yeah.
for discussion on Tuesday, or approval on Tuesday.
Again, I don't want to make this sound like I'm not appreciating the efforts you're doing, but I mean, what's important is that we capture anything that we want to say over and above what we've already said? Because there's quite a lot we've already said.
Oh,
isn't
quite,
there?
yeah.
So we just really need to be highlighting any additional.
I think it's
points
the,
that
it's
we
the
make.
section 2 that we need
Yeah.
to really highlight now. Not
Yeah.
the section 1. The section 1's been
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Done that. That's already on record. It's the section 2 now
Yeah.
that we actually need to sort of...
Which hopefully will make it a bit less of a chore for everyone else to understand as well.
You will need, of course, to get the agenda at least out by Thursday of this week,
Yeah.
in order to get the statutory time in to allow that meeting to take place.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we need an agenda.
I could do
At
that
least.
tomorrow though, because it will be to
It's
approve.
only one, it's the one,
only one item to approve.
It's one item.
It's
It's only one
response,
item.
yeah.
I know Councillor Stearns trying to put something in as well.
Mr Mayor, I think it's, as I said earlier on, it's essential that Town Council use the opportunity on the 18th at ENC to put its position clearly to the Planning Policy Committee, of which Councillor Vowles is on
Yeah.
and will be there. If you miss that opportunity, not only will the members not really know what Arundel wants, because they don't,
Yeah.
okay, we've talked to the senior people and officers and things, but the members who make the decisions won't know what Arundel really is thinking. And I think it's essential that on that night you appoint someone to put your case. If needs be, I'll do it.
No, I think it would be better if someone from Arundel Town Council did it.
If it's better, it's someone Town Council does it. But someone's got to do it in my
Well,
opinion.
we'll add that to the agenda as well for the half-hour meeting, yeah.
But to
just agree. I mean, I think that whoever does deliver that, then it needs to be basically using the script that we come up with on or we agree on that
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
think
Tuesday
it
meeting.
should be 18.
No.
It's got to be
Yeah,
down to that script and
Yeah.
only that script.
yeah.
And if I may, by far the most important and the only really factor to emphasise is the site selection process.
Yeah.
The others, there are other myriad problems in individual bits, but the site selection process is one that is knocking them backwards.
Yeah.
I say again now because I've declared my interest in it, and I've got roundly bollocked for it. And that's what it is. Either Arundel comes first or ENC comes first.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased for you said it's site selection process,
Yeah.
not site selection. It's the process that is
And
there.
their views. Yeah.
Well, what we've got to do is for them to accept our process in the neighbourhood plan.
Yes,
What
which
they've
again
got
is
to
a
do is to
process,
accept
yes.
that. What we have to do is convince them that that is the right selection process.
Yeah.
That's what will be looked at, and when that comes to an inspector, in planning terms, that's the most solid ground that we've got, disregarding mistakes and other bits and old information or whatever else there is in the plan, because there's quite a lot of it. We can use that, but that's all the sideshow. The site selection process and the fact that they have picked sites which don't work. We've heard of Ashton, and the same applies to the 2 or 3 others. Well, all 3 of those don't work. We must remember that the inspector initially closed down on the site at Ashton Road for several reasons. One of which was we needed a 5-year plan for housing, so that was all okay, but he sort of said that site shouldn't, or she said, that site shouldn't be developed because it's a greenfield agricultural site. Bit nebulous, I know, but the inspector turned it down and said that. So those are the sorts of things that we've got to get together. And when it comes to us going to the hearing, then we can put forward one simple bunch of phrases that the inspector will understand.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we've got a process then agreed as to how we're going to do that. So now, just a few words of explanation here. What we're going to now is make a proposal that we close the meeting so that we can discuss the draft sustainability appraisal. The reason we want to do that is because it is only a draft and it's not ready yet for publication. So it will become part of the public available documents once the final version is approved. So I'm going to do that now, if I may. So in view of the special or confidential nature of the business about to be transacted, it's advisable that in the public interest that the public be temporarily excluded and they're instructed to withdraw. Can I have someone propose that, please? Councillor Stagg
And I'll second.
and Councillor Fuller seconded. And those in favour? And anyone against? Okay, so that's carried.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Roger, before you go, you did get copies, Roger?
Roger's
You did
had
get-
it, yeah.
Okay.
Just on the technicalities of that, are the working party not allowed to be
Well,
part?
I don't know.
I
But
was debating on that one.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I did read through it, and I didn't think there was anything in there really that was that confidential.
No,
But we had the the request came. I think the request came from the consultant, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the reason is because he doesn't want to produce a draft and then us turn around and say, oh no, we think you've got this wrong, change a load of bits, and then someone turns around and say, oh hang on, you've changed it from that to
Yeah.
that. So I think that's the only reason really.
Yeah, that's his reason, yeah.
Yeah.
But he did feel that some of the information was very sensitive.
Yeah,
Right.
which I tend to agree with.
Yeah.
But it's going to be in the public domain soon
Yeah.
enough, isn't it? So
Yeah.
No. So Roger went and Phil stayed.
So, shall I lead off on this?
well, we're still recording at the moment.